Hi, I'm Jerry Stern from Science Translations, online at pc410.com. I get a lot of questions about, is this email real? Is this something I can safely click on? Is this website legit? This thing looks like it's really urgent. Let's find out what the thing is. So here's some that I've seen. I'm going to go through a few of them just so you can see what's going on. So at the top, and I'm going to start with this one, is the email you received, and here's the web page that's connected to that. It's very important you know who you get your services from. In this case, voicemail. Do you get your voicemail from, here it looks like active.com, and is it an Office 365 account? Well, the answer is no. Nobody gets their email from active.com because it's a sporting goods company. So clicking on this or just putting the mouse over it would have shown where it went. Well, it's going to this one, which is, well, that's not Office 365. That's the wrong site. So this is a credential theft attempt. That's what they're trying to do to you. So there are a lot of those. If you fill that in, it'll give you an error message that says could not log in, but at that point they've logged your email address and your password, and they will use your email to send out a whole bunch more of the same. That way they can turn that email address into money. So what you have to look at in this is say, well, I don't get my email from Active or from Gelatin Events that's shown here in the middle, and I certainly don't get it from a furniture company. So delete the email. This one, Santander Bank, is one of the top 20 banks in the world, and if you actually have an account there and you've gotten this email, it looks kind of urgent, and actually it looks like it might have actually come from them originally. It's probably a copy, but maybe it's not quite right, and maybe you shouldn't click on it because it's coming from an individual with a Chinese name. That address happens to be the University of Wisconsin at La Croix, and the email or the address link at the bottom here where you click on that, well, this is the site it goes to. It goes to here, and you're going to look here and say, oh look, it goes to retail.santander.co.uk. Well, that's okay, right? No, there should be a slash there. That's not the domain. That's not the website. This is a copy of the website. And you look for the cert and look and look and look, and finally you get the slash down here. So this is going to a completely different website, which is probably hacked. But this is what that website looked like as of the day that email showed up. And okay, but hacked by IDB team with it A changed to a 4 because they're clever. This is a hacked website. So this is dangerous. You do not want to be filling in this form here when it's really just a subfolder, very long address here, of a hacked website. This is another of the name. It's the same kind of thing. This is a fake Facebook. How do you know it's a fake Facebook? It does have HTTPS, therefore it's encrypted. That doesn't stop the bad guys, by the way. It's facebook.com, but again, here's a period. There should be a slash. So the real address, scroll down, scroll, and it's right here. live.symphonic.co.ru. Well, the website domain is called Symphonic. Live is a subdomain, just a folder. CO means commercial, RU means Russia. This is a copy of the website. It's another attempt to grab your email address and your password, take over your account, and then they will convert that into money. This is another email. There is no reason for there to be a zip file there. That is probably ransomware, because if they want to send you a photograph, what happens is it's going to be in a JPEG format. JPEGs are already compressed. When you put them in a zip file, they don't compress anymore. They get bigger. This is a dangerous one. Any email or company name that has the word joy in it or lucky is almost certainly based in China. You'll notice, however, that the name is not Chinese, it's presumably Arabic. But the sender, F. Christina, I would say that's probably Eastern European, maybe Latin. But inside the email address with Frada Mohammed, oh look, this is Bella Huang. So there's multiple different names in here. It's all a mess. It's all confused. These are all symbols that say this is a mess. This was put together to make something that's interesting. That is, and during the pandemic, of course, disposable face masks were urgent, important for people to click on. That's probably ransomware in the zip file. Delete it. Some of these emails send you to a page like this. Well, Google Docs does share docs, but they're not located at, and I've garbled the message there, the address a little bit, but you can see that it is not Google Docs. And Google Docs does not have convenient logins for their competitors, AOL, Outlook, which is Microsoft, Yahoo, which is Verizon, or any others. They want you to log in with their own system, and it would definitely have an encryption HTTPS padlock on it. It wouldn't look like this. This is another dangerous one. Do not click on that website. This one you're not likely to see. The website's been encrypted. This is actually a message for the website owner that says, oh, yeah, we're blackmailing you. Okay, fine. So you see something like this. If it happens to be your website, call your website provider. They're going to have to delete things and put things back from a backup. If they don't have a backup, they're going to have to rebuild it from scratch. So backups are important for websites too. Here's it back to email. Again, it's important to know who your provider is. This one claims to come from mailbox.com, and it's very generic. All they know is sales at your domain, and if you don't know that your mailbox mail service does not come from mailbox.com, then you might want to click this and put in and log in. Well, here's the problem. Nobody's email comes from mailbox.com. This is what mailbox.com looks like. They don't provide email services. So you need to know who does your email for you, and who should it come from. If you're getting it from a system consultant like me, you'll never see this because I'll handle it in the background. And if you do see something and you're not sure, you'll just call. If it's Gmail, it's highly unlikely you'll ever see it because those email address boxes are enormous. If you've got a commercial provider, maybe you'll see something like this. It will always be at 2 in the morning. It should go to your sysadmin. It shouldn't go to you. So this is almost always fake. If you know it's coming from the right place and not this gibberish hacked email website where mailbox.com lost control of their website, then you probably need to call your system administrator, because the site looks normal up here, but somewhere on that site is that page we were looking at. If you see this, somebody sends you something, they say, oh, it's urgent, you have to look at this, you have to click on this, and this is the message you see. Notice the misspelling. It's trying to get you to open in protected view and enable content. That means turn on macros. Macros are scripts. Macros are programs. Macros can contain things like fill in a form, but they can also contain things like download a file, which happens to be ransomware. You see something like this, do not follow these instructions. Delete that file. It should never have been downloaded in the first place. This is a web page that you will run into occasionally. There are a lot of variations on this. I have 2 of them to show you. And it's scary, it's urgent. They always try to go for urgent. And they say they want you to call the number. They want you to click in here and put in your login. They don't care what login, whatever you put in, they're going to try it on multiple websites and see where it works. Or if you call the number, you'll get a real human being, and they will tell you your computer's full of viruses, and it's urgent that they log in, this perfect stranger. This is not from Microsoft or Firefox. Firefox and Microsoft will never put up a phone number like this, ever. They don't want your phone number, or excuse me, they don't want your phone call. They go out of their way to not put up phone numbers. So you know right away it has a phone number. This is fake. What they do once you log in, they say your computer's full of viruses. I'm going to fix it for you. It's $400. And then they give you a free license to a product for 4 years. They say this is Windows Defender. It's $400, except that that product is always free. This is a hoax. Close the window anytime you can, or call your system admin, and they'll help you to close this window. These don't actually cause damage unless you call the number or you give them a password. This is exactly the same one. You'll notice the international domain ending in .ga. You'll notice that there's also urgency in this. It's all fake. This is all trying to get you to call that number, let them log into your computer, and then collect your credit card number. You get this? You close the window, ask your sysadmin to confirm, but usually these don't actually cause damage unless you did something with that site. Now, not everything is malware. This one is a screen rewrite error. If you see something like this is actually part of Windows Update. There's two messages written on top of each other. If you do nothing, it goes away in a few seconds, and sometimes you'll have to hit a key to get past something like this. This is harmless. It goes away. It's just a screen rewrite. A lot of gibberish stuff is just screen rewrite errors. And last slide. Some things are just badly designed, and therefore they are scary looking, but they're not actually harmful. This is Windows saying, I know you're shutting down, but we can't shut down because the app called shutting down is refusing to allow us to shut down. Is that okay? Restart anyway? Yeah, click on restart anyway. That's what happens. It's a complex program. It's got millions of lines of code. It'll do that. Again, I'm Jerry Stern, PC410.com.